Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Cindy J, and I am back with another video. You guys know when I sit in this corner, it's going to be a story time. So as you can see by the title, I'm basically going to be doing a story time about how I got caught up. But before we go ahead and jump right into this video, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Also turn on your post notification bell so that way you never miss an upload from me. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Hey you guys, so like I was saying in the intro, I'm basically going to be doing a story time of how I got caught up. Y'all, just a little disclaimer or like a little backstory before I go ahead and jump right into the actual story. This is going to be a story time from one of the days of me being at Job Corps. And because I've been there, I went there for like maybe 4 years. So that's just a little backstory. Okay, so now the actual story. Okay, so I know this is wrong, but it's the honest truth. So around this time I was single. This is before, if you watch my last story time, hopefully you guys watch it. Basically I was with the girl in the last story time for a year, but before me and her actually settled down, because we started that relationship the last year of me being at Job Corps. So before that I was single. I wasn't talking to nobody or whatever the case may be. And then I end up talking to somebody. Well, it just so happens that I end up talking to 3 people at once. So let me just tell you exactly how this went down. All right, so they never crossed paths. They never crossed paths because they never hung with each other. Friends didn't know of each other, nothing like that. So it was easy for me to basically take time to spend time with this person, and the next person. So we're gonna basically name them girl A, girl B, girl C. So basically with girl A, I fucked with her a lot more, like a lot more. I felt like it was something there, and I actually felt like we can actually build a relationship. Girl B, I fucked with her too, but I felt like with her it was more just like a fucking thing. Or, cause don't get me wrong, girl B, she had people she was fucking with on campus too, but I guess she was fucking with me more than she was fucking with the other people on campus. So girl C, we just recently had started talking. So girl A and girl B was already there. Girl C, she just came in, and I guess we just clicked or whatever. So then me and her started talking. So then it was one day, y'all, I will never forget it. If you've been to Job Corps, you know on Mondays that they pay us, I think it's every 2 weeks, they pay us $20, and we will always get Chinese food. That was also the day that we had to clean up. Well, I had already cleaned up I ended up cleaning up Sunday, so I wouldn't have to do it Monday. So I was free, and they went to go do the cleanup, but they ended up getting finished fast, all 3 of them. And what's not also to mention, you guys, that 2 of the girls were in my dorm. Not to mention that, and then the other girl was in the other dorm. So, alright, so after I was done or whatever, I was with my homegirl. Because me and my homegirl, we were in the same room, and we went and ordered Chinese food together, whatever. And I was chilling with her, we was eating or whatever. And then I get a text from girl A telling me, oh yeah, she's done, cleaning and where I'm at. So I'm like, alright, cool. So I text her, and I'm like, oh, I'm over here by so-and-so, I think I was by the cafeteria around that time. So she comes by the cafeteria, and we're chilling, we're talking, we laughing, because she knows my homegirl too. So then I get a text from girl B, and she's like, I'm looking for you, where you at? So I'm like, oh, I give me like 10 to 30 minutes. So she was like, all right, I got you. So then, not even, I want to say maybe an hour goes by of me chilling with girl A, girl C texts me, because I was supposed to meet girl B 30 minutes ago. But I fucked around and forgot, because like I said, I was fucking with girl A more than I was fucking with all of them. So girl C was like, oh, I'm heading towards the cafeteria. Do you want to come and get snacks with me? Mind y'all, I was by the cafeteria. So I was like, oh, I'm doing something with my homegirl. You got to at least give me 30 minutes. Y'all, one thing about me, y'all, I do not know how to be a player. I don't know how to be a player, because for some reason I always end up getting caught, because I don't know, for some reason your lies end up always catching up to you. So I think that's what happened to me in this case. So what happened was, girl A, she had to go and do something in the dorm for the RA. So after she left, I text girl B and I'm like, oh, I can chill with you now or whatever. So she was like, okay, cool. So I go and I meet her. We went all the way to like the back of the racetrack or whatever. Mind y'all, before they found out, this was going on for at least a couple of months. Let me just go ahead and put that out there right then and there. That this is already going on for a couple of months, and the reason why is because we met in different spots at different times, so it never really collided until that day. So I met her to the backtrack or whatever, and we were sitting there talking or whatever, kissing, okay, I did kiss girl A, did kiss girl C, just throw it out there as well. So we are back there, we talking, we flirting, and she telling me everything I want to hear, blase, blase, blase. So then girl C texts me and she was like, oh, I thought you said that we was gonna be able to meet so and so. So then I'm like, give me 30 minutes. I don't know why I kept telling these bitches to give me 30 minutes, but that's what it was. So she was like, all right, cool. So then girl B, like I said, she had plenty of hoes on campus. So I guess one of her hoes wanted to chill with her. I was okay with it, like I said, because I was fucking with A more than all of them. So when she was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and chill with so-and-so, mind you, she's telling me the bitches that she fucking with. And she was like, I hope you don't mind. And she knew I didn't mind. She knew I didn't give a fuck. So she went ahead and she was chilling with the other girl. So then as I'm chilling with C or whatever, so then I tell C, all right, meet me so-and-so here. And like, okay, so basically on the campus, the dorms are on the campus, but also was our classrooms. So you were able to go and sit by the classrooms, and it was dark over there and everything. And that's where most of the people went to, like, they was fucking on campus and everything. Like, you could fuck on campus and everything, but I wasn't going over there to do that. I go over there, like, just sit and just chill, just in the form of privacy. So I went over there, and we went over there and we chilling or whatever, and we talking and blase blase. Y'all, I kid you not, maybe like 10 or 15 minutes in of me and this girl hold a conversation, girl A and B text me, and they're like, where you at? Mind you, I'm with C now. I'm with C. I didn't give her time because I've been chilling with the other two. So she was like, oh, who is that texting you? And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, that's just my homegirl asking me where I'm at. Because by the time I already left my homegirl. My homegirl already knew what was up. She already knew what was going on. And, she also tried to keep it a secret. Like, it was times before where I almost got caught, but she saved my ass. And if y'all want a story time on that too, I can tell y'all about that too. So they text me and I'm like, oh, I'm with my homegirl, blase, blase. So then she was like, so then girl A, she texted me, she's like, that's funny because your homegirl is in the living room. So I'm like, I'm with my other homegirl. So she was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You always only be with this one girl. And that is so true, y'all. I was always with this one girl. So she was not telling no lie. So she was like, where the fuck are you? Like, because mind you, like I said, me and her were a lot more established than the other two. So then girl B texted me. She's like, I just walked in your dorm looking for you and your homegirl sitting in the living room. So where are you? But mind y'all, I'm like, fuck, because mind you, now I'm all the way by my classrooms with girl C. So I'm like, fuck, like now I gotta think of a way to ditch girl C because A and B are looking for me. So I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, how I'm gonna do this? And one thing about me is I was much younger then, so I didn't know how the game go or how to play the game or how to move and how to say certain shit to make them be like, okay. So I'm telling girl C, I'm like, damn, like I'm starting not to feel good. So I think I might just go ahead and lay down. And she was like, she looked at me like, damn, I'm starting not to feel good after your phone go off. Now all of a sudden you want to go back to the dorm. So then I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, no, I'm really not feeling good. So I'm just gonna go to the dorm. She was like, all right, let me walk you to the dorm. So now I'm panicking because both A and B are in the dorm looking for me. So I'm like, fuck, like, how I'm gonna get this girl off my tail without, it's causing an issue. So I'm like, fuck, like I'm tripping because now my heart is beating fast. I'm not saying like, you know, so I'm thinking like, damn, like, well, how the fuck I'm gonna do this, right? So I'm like, no, you don't have to walk me to the dorm. Like, no, I'm good. Like, I feel good enough where I'm able to walk myself. And if anything, I'll just text my homegirl and tell her to meet me halfway, and, you know, we go to the room. She was like, nah, I got you. So I'm like, fuck. I'm like, y'all, listen. At this point, after she was like, nah, I'm gonna walk you, my heart was in my ass, okay? It wasn't even in my stomach, it was in my ass. So I'm like, fuck, like, what am I gonna tell this girl to get her the fuck away from me? Let's just say it did not go that way. So she ended up walking me to my dorm. And like I freaking said, like I freaking knew, A and B was sitting in my dorm. One was on the other side and the other one was on the other side. Like they knew people in my dorm too, so they was out there talking to them, but while they were waiting on me. So as God is my witness, y'all, they both looked up at the same time. Because you know, like when people walk in the doors or whatever, for some reason people always gotta look. They can't never just mind their own business. Like, damn. So so as I'm walking in the door with the girl, my heart is in my ass, y'all. My heart is in my ass, and I'm like, fuck, like. So then I'm like, so then now I'm speed walking to the door. I'm speed walking to the door, speed walking. And what the good thing about that is girl C didn't stay in this dorm. Girl C stayed in the other dorm. So A and B stayed in this dorm, but you couldn't really cross. Like, girl A was on my side and girl B was on the opposite side, so she couldn't really come on my side because people tend to sneak in each other's room, and you know RA wasn't fucking with that. So I'm like, damn, like, so like I said, I'm rushing through the door and I rush to my room. So then a couple of minutes after that, my homegirl, she rushes after me because she peeped what's going on. So I rush it, so she rushes after me and we go in the room and we lock the door. So she was like, girl, what the fuck you gonna do? She's like, bitch, what you gonna do? Like, bitch, what the fuck you gonna do? So, cause now I'm caught up. Everybody don't peep. These bitches ain't stupid. So they already done peep what's going on. And she's like, bitch, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do. So then not even 5 minutes into our conversation, we get a knock on the door. So you already know who it is. It's girl A. So I open the door and she's like, what the fuck you got going on? So I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I just seen you with so-and-so. So I was like, oh yeah, that's just my friend. Like, we just went out there to go chill and talk. So she's like, so when I was over here doing stuff for the RA, that's who you was with? I said, yeah, we was just chilling. So then she was like, why somebody told me y'all was coming all the way back from all the way in the dark by the classrooms? So I'm like, oh, they lying. Like, I don't know why the fuck would they even lie. Like, so then she was like, man, I ain't fucking with you, blah, 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 because you want some whole shit, da, da, da. You could have kept it real. And mind you, this was my boo babe. This is who I actually wanted to be with. So I was like, no. I promise I'll explain more tomorrow. It's not even like that. Because now around this time, it's time to go ahead and just, now it's time to go ahead. Because we had a curfew. Like, when we had to go to classes the next day, our curfew was 10 o'clock. So, and now it's like maybe like 9:30. So she was like, man, I ain't fucking with you no more, da da da, I'm going to my room. So her room was like on my side, but towards the end of the hall. So she was like, man, fuck that. She went to her room, she closed the door, whatever. So I couldn't go after her because as I'm about to go after her, girl B is coming from around the corner. I had to be fucking stopped. I gotta stop doing what I do. Like, y'all, I promise to God, I'm not like this now, y'all. I'm not like this now. This is when I was young. I maybe was like 18, 19 around this time. So girl B comes over. She was like, she's like, I'm not mad at you or anything like that. Like, I don't have no problem with you fucking with girl A, but you could have just been real and was telling me, because just like I was telling you, I was fucking with these other bitches. And I was like, yeah, I know, but I didn't know how to come to you about it. She was like, that's crazy. I mean, I'm gonna fall back. Like, it ain't no issue. You know I got hoes anyway. My feelings was hurt, y'all, when she said that. I ain't even gonna lie to you, because I didn't even want it to go like that. I did not, honestly, y'all, want it to go down like that. So then, so she was like, all right, well, I'm gonna fuck with you on like, she was like, and she left or whatever. So with her, we ended up just being friends, and she ended up fucking with whoever she was fucking with. Girl A, we did end up hashing things out like maybe like a week or two later, and we ended up being together. Girl C, I ended up talking to her the next day because like I said, she was not in our actual dorm. So when I spoke to her, she was just like I said, we had just started talking. She was just like, I could have just been real with her, and I could have just was like, let her know that who I fuck with more if I was fucking with other people, because the campus wasn't a big campus, so it's not like nobody did not know each other business. So me and her ended up talking, and she ended up getting to a relationship like a week later. So that was all done and whatever. But I mean, I guess it kind of turned out for the good. But that shit had my heart in my ass, and would I ever do that shit again? No, the fuck I would not, because that shit was scary as fuck, and I thought all they ass was gonna beat my ass, and I was not going for it. So yes, y'all, this is the ending of the story time. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Also turn your post notification bell so that way you can be updated for when I do post. Hopefully you guys, I could come up with some more stories for y'all, because I know you guys love my story times. And it's not like I don't have story times. It's just like in the moment you can't remember shit like that, because you go through shit like your whole life or whatever. But if I'm able to remember stories like how I remember this story, I would definitely go ahead and tell you guys. Your girl is on the road to 600 subscribers. Go ahead and tell a friend. Make sure you guys watch my previous video and my other videos. Subscribe. Yes, let's go ahead and get your girl monetized. This year's all about money. And yeah, so yes, y'all, I want to thank you guys so much for rocking with your girl, and I'll see you guys next time.